people have come so far removed from source that there needs to be people with the light to help lead those out of darkness. If you look around, you will realize that it's so many people have spiritually awakened in this lifetime, and it's all due to all of us that has this bright light to help shift the consciousness to a higher elevation. And on this journey, I have realized that people will sit here and be so negative and not even realize it. I used to be that person. I didn't realize how negative I truly was until I wasn't. And when I tell you, I just got to a point of just being so sick and tired of myself that I had to make a change. I had to figure it out. And with me figuring it out, I was sent a vision to contact my spiritual advisor, who literally helped me so much. I am forever grateful for being led to her, because what she gave me, nobody was ever able to give me. And what she has taught me is how to shift my mind. How to shift my mind. Now, granted, I have this inner knowing to know what I internally need to do. Like I've been told multiple times, meditate. I never could sit and meditate. I never could. It just felt so mundane to just sit there and just be still with all these thoughts running across my mind and all this anxiety and all this darkness I was surrounded by. That was just making it hard for me to meditate. So when I spoke to her, she shifted my perception. It started off with 5 minutes a day of meditation. That meditation ended up to me now being an hour of meditation. And now I can't even see myself going a day without meditating. At least 45 minutes to an hour. I can't see myself doing it because it has helped me tremendously to really elevate my mind. To really, now 90% of my thoughts are positive. And the little 10% that might come here and there is either neutral or negative. And the negative one, when I tell you, they don't last long at all, because I nip it in the bud. My mind can say, oh, you can't do that. And then I say, no, I can. I can do everything. I can do whatever the hell I want to do, because I am abundant. I am an infinite being. I have access to whatever it is that I need, and it's all within. So who are you to tell me I cannot? You have to treat it, your ego, like that. You have to always check your ego. It's just part of the human experience. And quite frankly, I look at checking the ego as a person that's in your life telling you what you cannot do. And what do you do when you encounter someone in your life that tells you things that you cannot do and you know you can? You confront them and let them know, yes, I can. And I'm going to prove to you that I can. So therefore, that's how you have to treat it. I've forgiven everybody. And some people will say it's crazy to forgive. But in reality, it's only affecting me. It has affected my health. And I didn't even realize I did. The crazy thing is, I did not never realize that I had so much unforgiveness in my heart until I realized, talking to my therapist, you know what? Maybe I didn't completely forgive these people. So that's when I went through the search of all my past memories and went through everything that I could remember and decided, you know what? I'm going to let this go. It's not doing me any good. They're moved on. They're living life. Probably forgot about whatever the hell they did. And I'm just going to let it go. You know, I realized since I was a young girl, you know, going through the things I went through, like most people would end up on drugs, would end up in and out of jail, would end up living this downward spiral in life if they went through what I went through. But even as a little girl going through what I went through, I always said, what I went through, I know someone else can learn from it. Even then, I had faith that this is not just for me to go through. It's for everybody to learn who has been in this scenario. It is everybody to learn to just don't be a victim. Pick it up, survive. And more than survive, be a warrior. Be a warrior for you because you deserve it. So that's how I went through my life, despite the BS I had to go through. In spite of all that, I just kept that mind frame. Somebody else can learn from it. You know, so that's what really helped me out. To not just dwell in the most darkest place. Yes, I may have had some dark times. I may have had some dark moments. But it wasn't to the point of me going down that lonely road, because I realized it was always something better to come out of this. And that's how you get through this life. People will sit here and complain about everything. Don't even give it any attention, because that's what they're choosing to do. They're choosing to live in that low vibrational state. I've gotten to a point, and honestly, I feel like it's a point for a lot of us to not care. Now, I'm not going to say not care, because that's just a part of just being human, but to not give it to where insert your information or insert your help, when in reality you end up enabling them, and they can never see that they have everything they need within. So therefore, I cannot help those who are not helping themselves, those who are not able to even understand, comprehend the help that I have to offer. So make sure you just be very wise in that, because I realize in doing that, you retain your energy for those who you are meant to actually help. Because a lot of the time we end up helping people who we not supposed to. Then you sit there, you keep trying to help them. You like, dang, they not getting it. They not getting it. It's because we not supposed to. They have to figure that out. They have to figure it out. And quite frankly, it's energy that's wasted, you know, and that energy that you wasting on them, And reality needs to be you. So every time you think about helping somebody that don't want to help themselves, that isn't sent to you to be helped, and who isn't trying to do the work to be helped, who's not trying to find the knowledge to be helped, think about it like this. I have too many people that are willing to do the work, that are willing to help themselves, that I have to retain my energy for them, because those are the ones that are sent to you. So don't waste it on somebody that's not just gonna get it. It's not them. It's not their fault. It's not their fault at all. That's just the journey that they have chosen to live. And quite frankly, people will try to, this is the reason why we have free will. We choose what journey we want. And you can't try to control somebody else's journey. It's never going to work. It's never going to work. It's really going to tire you out. Make you feel unappreciated, make you just really hate what's going on around this world. And that's another reason why so many people just tired of what's going on in this world, because they're so fixated on really control, trying to control the outcome of what others are doing in this world. And that's not working. Why live in misery because you're trying to control somebody else? Surrender it up. You know, this is a season of surrender. This is a season of self-love. And all this brings us to a higher elevation. My set point now is gratitude. I'm always in gratitude. I can find the simplest things to be grateful about. Like something bad can happen, and I can be grateful that something worse did not happen, because that's now my set point. Something, and it's crazy because I never used to, I would be somewhat like that, but not to the extent I am now, because now it's in my mind. And before, it was not in my mind. It was just me saying, it'll get better. No, now it's in my mind. I believe it will get better, because I look around and I realize everything always gets better. So why worry about things that I cannot control? Let it go. All it's doing is tiring you out. Only thing you can control is your perception, your mindset, the things you do. So why even try to control what somebody else does? If somebody is doing something that you don't like, or that you necessarily, if it's affecting you, then I would just let them know, hey, I don't like that. If they can't respect it, let them go. That's the journey they want to be on. Let them go. Let them go with love. That's all you can do, is let them go with love. And maybe they'll get it eventually. Maybe they won't. It all depends on whatever journey they choose. Let them go. Realize, these people are sent here. Everybody, good or bad, is sent here to teach us things. And that's all this life is about, is learning so we can elevate, learning, so that's why, the first reason of why I even decided to make this is because that's why everybody is elevating, because it's a lot of us out here doing the work. So the whole consciousness is coming together and vibrating at a higher level. So now it's more people waking. It's people in different stages. Like, I know the beginning stages of shifting your mindset. learning to unprogram a lot of things. I've already been through that. And I'm pretty sure I got a couple of things left, but for the most part, I've already unprogrammed my mind. I already learned not to judge others. I've already learned the fear, the different forms of fear and how they show up and why I should not be a part of that. Because it really brings your vibration down. And it's saying you don't trust Source. That's what it's saying. You do not trust the divine. You do not trust anything higher than yourself. And if you're on this planet, which you should be, I would hope. I don't care if you're an atheist. You believe in something higher than yourself, because even atheists know that energy exists. Energy is consciousness inside the human consciousness. That's what Source is, consciousness. And people say, how can you act like it's something outside yourself? It is something outside yourself and something within, because the thing about consciousness, the human brain will never be able to understand is it can be in multiple areas at all times. It's like different timelines, different dimensions, different galaxies, all at one time. Look at the sun. That's just a representation of what it could possibly be, but it's way bigger than anything we can ever imagine. I know. I've seen it. It's way bigger, way brighter, and way more. It's so much love. It's so much compassion, so much love. And quite frankly, us humans do not understand how vast and infinite. We try to put limits on an infinite being. It doesn't work like that. This being is infinite. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. So if you realize how this energy source with anything is possible, what makes you a limited being? You are not. You are not. You are not limited. That's just programmed into you to believe that you are. You know, break out of the jail that they want you to be in, because quite frankly, this has been a jail and it's getting better, because we're here. We're here to enlighten those who need to be enlightened. We are here to help awaken the mass, because it's been too much darkness. Like polarity is everything. You know, light does work with the dark, but when you have too much of something, it's not good. And that's what the infinite being Source does not want. It wants balance in all areas of our lives, personal, spiritual, physical, and also as well as what's in the world. And on the spiritual side as well. Like, that's all. Other than that, we all have free will. So do not try to force your opinions on somebody else, because that's whatever they choose. That's whatever they choose. I will not, have not, try to force my opinions on somebody else. If you believe it, okay, that's good. If you don't, okay, that's good. That is your choice. Because I have lived several different lives within just one lifetime. I have been many different things, so I can understand everything. And I realize everything that I have went through is because it will help me better understand and have empathy for those who are going through it. So therefore, I cannot judge. I cannot, because I've already more than likely been through it. How can I judge you? You know, if anything, I feel sad for those who are still stuck. But I also realize I cannot overstep my bounds to help those out, because in doing so, I am interfering with their journey. Now, if they come to me and say, hey, I need help, that's a form of them seeking help for themselves. But if they don't, they don't. It is what it is. Just keep on being sad. Keep on crying. Keep on doing what you do. All I can say is I'm sending love. That's all I can do. That's all I can do, because I have lost so many people. And you know what? The crazy thing is, people will blame Source, the divine God, on people leaving this planet, when in reality, a lot of them, it's their choice. Like, you know, you ain't supposed to be over there eating that fried chicken because you got heart problems. You know you ain't supposed to be over there drinking all this alcohol because it's going to cause all types of bodily issues where your organs aren't functioning properly. You know you're not supposed to be doing all these different things that are truly hurting your body, but yet you still do it. That's part of free will. That's just their choice. They more than likely no longer wants to be here. And quite frankly, how can I blame them? I'm not saying it's okay to do that, but how can I blame them? If you're living in darkness, you don't see no way out. How can I blame them? You know, I cannot. If, you know, that's their choice. Because in reality, this is all illusion anyway. This is not. This is really, if you ever been in a place to experience it like I have, this place is really not nowhere near compared to what's on the other side. The other side is living. This is just surviving here. We're just surviving and here to learn lessons and do what we came to do. I will hope you decide to do what you came to do so you don't have to come back and do it again. I will hope you decide to do what you need to do, because that would really suck if you go back and you got to do the same BS again because you did not learn your lessons because you decided to leave. And I'm making sure I'm not coming back here, because that is my goal, is to do everything that I have came here to do so I don't come back. And I know I've been here ever since I was little. I said, wow, I've been here before. And then I thought, why am I back? Why am I back? Like, why? Like, it doesn't make any sense. But that's just how I've been. So that's how I know. Nobody can tell me that's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. Nobody can convince me otherwise, because I know I have this inner knowing, and I can always just know stuff, and it never fails me ever. Like, even meeting people, I know if these people are going to be here forever or a lifetime. That's how I knew my husband was the one, because I just knew. I had this inner knowing that we were meant to be connected forever. So that's all I can say is I just know these things about people. That's how I know with different friendships how long they gonna last. That's how I know with different people I used to work with how long they gonna last. If they gonna work out, you know. So I just know these different things, and people would look at me and like, how did you know? And the crazy thing is, I can always read people's energy. Like, it could be so bad to the point that I know exactly what you're thinking. And people would always be like, you freaking me out because you just said what I was thinking. There is things, you know, that I just been doing. And at that time, I didn't know what it was. I just felt like it was just strange that, how is it I know what you're thinking? But now I know what it is. And there lies just, just really learn how to just do self-love. Self-love is not just about how you look. It's not about what you wear on exterior. It's more about how you take care of your mind, how you take care of your spirit, and then how you take care of your body. Because how you take care of your body is not even the bulk of the work. The bulk of the work is going to start with your mind and your spirit, doing your shadow work, taking care of your inner child, reprogramming your mind. That's where the bulk of the work is going to come from. Journaling helps. Meditating definitely helps. Doing yoga helps. Pilates helps. These are all things that help. See, you can do them all and really help elevate your journey. Learn to give up control. Stop kind of trying to control what other people do with their lives. That's their lives. Let them live it. I understand it may hurt you for, your loved ones that they're doing that. But that's what they decided to do. And hopefully they don't do it to the point where now they're not physically here. And if they're not physically here because of stuff they did, the only peace that you will be able to find is realizing that they are in so much peace and so much love and so much compassion. That feeling alone will make you cry because it's so much. I've never experienced it until I did. And it will make you just cry like a baby. It'll make you cry like a baby. And so that's the only, solitude you can have. Like, that's what I have with my bonus father who passed away, is solitude. Because I've seen him and he is so happy. He is so at peace. He is glowing. He is in a better space. My grandmas are in a better place. They are so happy. Nowhere near compared to how they were feeling here. So just think of it like that. And realize one day you will be meeting them again. But, grief is, they say you always get over it, but in reality, you just get better at handling it with time. That's all that is. You're just going to get better and better with handling it at time. Write them something in a journal. It'll help you if you're going through grief. And also, realize that we all are here. You are not alone. You're never alone. Just look at you. Look around. Everything I have realized that is around us is a living energy, consciousness. From the air to the trees, to the plants, to the clouds, to just everything, grass, every bug, animals. We're so surrounded by love that we tend to forget it because of this world wants us programmed to believe that we are alone, to believe in fear, and to believe that they have power, when in reality the power is within us. The power is within your mind. The power is within your heart. The power is within. And that's what they are afraid of. They are afraid that you will realize that. Realize your power. Realize you are not alone. We are coming out. We are coming out of the shadows. Some of us are going into solitude, and some of us have been in solitude for a little minute. So now we're coming out. Regardless of whatever stage you're in, we are all here. You have been infected with the love virus.